everyone, my name is Antonia and we are back with another playthrough for Stranded: Alien Dawn using the seed proof rest, and this is the one that we had looked at previously in the last video where we received 6 total survivors within the first 12 days. Link that video in the iCards if you would like to go back and check that out before progressing into this video, but we are currently on day 12, so we're still very early into the playthrough. Our characters are Ken, Krista, Chad, Vivian, Jack, and Rita, and we started off with the first 4 and then picked up Jack as a walk-in, and then Rita we found on an expedition with the balloon. Pretty remarkable, like the sound effects we get in the game, but it's because we're like right next to this pond here. That moon is just wild. Look at how big that is and how colorful. We are in the process of building our first actual building that's not one of the like stick huts that we've been camping in. It's rather large. I think I got a little ambitious here with this one, but I'm actually really happy with it. I hope it's going to turn out the way I think it is. We're only going to know once they're finished building it, but right now what we have is the main hall here with the wood flooring. We're gonna have some ceramic tiles in the kitchen space, and then we have 4 bedrooms off of each side. And I already have 6 people, so we're gonna have to bunk up. I think we do have a couple that are getting along well enough that we could do that. So we have here Krista and Chad, I believe, are getting on pretty well. They have some pluses. We also have Rita, who is Chad's cousin, it looks like, which is really cool. Maybe I could have them bunk together or share a room. They're already gonna have a plus buff for being family. And then let's see, is Ken getting along with anybody? No, he is not. That's not great. Vivian likes Chad also. Everybody likes Chad. Everybody likes the guy building the house. Jack has no opinion so far. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna play this, but we've got a little bit of time to figure it out. So, I could do the diesel generator. I don't know how well we are stocked up on fuel. So 58 liquid fuel, I would really rather save that for the balloons and not use it for a generator. I think the way to go here is to research electronic crafting. We might still need a generator unless, and this would be preferable, unless we can get, and he's awake, so why not? If we can get Ken to find us some electronics. Producing them is a little bit harder because you need electric to produce the electronics. But if we find them, if Ken can scavenge some for us, we can start building other types of electric generators. Like for instance, instead of having to burn fuel, we could come in here and build some wind turbines. Let's go to management and look at activities for a second. We have not set up Rita yet, so we had literally just acquired Rita when we stopped playing in the last playthrough. So we still have a lot to do to manage her character, like the schedule, for instance. And while we're in here, I think it's time to edit everyone's schedule a little bit to give them a bit more freedom and not have to work so much. Now that there's more people to work with, I shouldn't be running them into the ground like this anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and give them some more time off. We'll have them work from 8 to 6 with a 1 o'clock lunch. And then we could give them a few more hours of sleep for sure. This way they'll get a full 8 hours of sleep. Still give them that hour of relaxation in the morning because I think it helps boost their happiness if they can relax. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit more reasonable and not quite as laborious. We are out of stone for building our new building, so I guess we're gonna do some mining. Who do we have? Jack? Jack, could you do that for us? So now that we've given them something to do, let's pop back in here and figure out priorities for Rita. So if Rita could do the harvesting, because she seems to be very interested in this, we could actually free up some of Vivian's time so that she can spend more time crafting now, which is ultimately what we wanted her to be doing. It's so cool, they're talking to each other. I'm gonna move these up now in her queue. In fact, let's make these 2s. Specifically tailoring can be a 1. Okay. I think that'll do for now. We can hone in on what we want her to do once we've kind of see who needs help in their area. And we can sort of work with Jack and Rita to fill in those gaps. It's so nice having extra characters to work with. Research tailoring, excellent. So now that we have tailoring, let's go ahead and add a tailoring bench. I'm gonna build it out of metal because I know that we're gonna want that wood for fortification, so. And I did notice that we also have our workbench, so we'll do this as well. And one more for me, Krista, move this. While you do that, I'm gonna go over here and grab these chairs. It's gonna be a little cramped in here, but Tetris is the name of the game. We want to maximize our utility for our space because it requires a lot of building materials. And we don't even have walls yet, like fortification walls. Okay, so we'll bring in the table in there. We've got research and tailoring benches here. I don't know quite what I'm gonna do with this workbench yet. I think perhaps what we'll do, see, this is where the windows become a bit of a problem. If you block the window, it just simply won't let you put it there. I have to go smaller on these windows and put in some of these. So he's done some scavenging for us. We've gotten some rations, we've gotten some scrap metal, but no electronics yet. That's a little disheartening. We are working on electronic crafting. I'm gonna go ahead and do fridges next, and I'm really hoping that we still have a chance to scavenge some electronics to really bypass the need to put in a diesel generator and then a soldering bench and then make electronics, all so that we can then create wind turbines. It's like 4 steps when we could do it in 1 if we just had him scavenge some, so I'm still hoping he will. Where's the sunrise coming from? It's getting lighter, but where is the sun? I mean, the moon is still there. So everybody's eating on foot because we haven't moved the chairs to the table yet. That's gonna unfortunately have some negative consequences. Right, I have to figure out for attacks, and first things first, I do need some weaponsmithing. We already studied weaponsmithing? We did, we already studied it, I just haven't crafted any, so there we go. Let's go ahead and do that then. Alright, so I think that's another day down. They're probably gonna go to sleep, but I can go ahead and set up some crafting and we can get some weapons made. We're gonna need like 5 of these. And then we should also get some spears. I really gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about defenses because an attack could come any minute now. And my playpen idea did not really work so great last time because before I'd used these poles and Ken was willing to shoot over the poles until the Scarabee got right up to the fence and we're like chomping away at the fence, at which point he was like, I don't see anything, and he stopped shooting. It was a little frustrating, but also Vivian has one of those electric javelins and she wasn't able to stab them through the fence either. So maybe if I used something more like this, it's gonna have like way lower integrity, so if they don't kill them as soon as they are within like arm's length, then they're definitely gonna tear down this fence. But I think possibly this might be the way to go for now, like as a temporary solution for smaller scale attacks. Once we get something a little bit more dangerous coming after us, we're gonna have to rethink that strategy. But that said, I did already put up a wooden fortification around the balloon, so I'm thinking if we get attacked, I'm just gonna have everybody retreat into the balloon. Like this, exactly. That's exactly what I was waiting for. I knew it was coming. We could try to have, where are you? Kin can come out here and start like picking them off before they get aggroed. And then see kind of like if we can dwindle their numbers down a little bit, make the final like charge a little less, I guess, dangerous. Let's see if we can get him up here to shoot this. Oh, okay, they're coming now then. But I also want to like start drafting other people. It has begun. Like we need like the Mortal Kombat, you know, it has begun. This is not going to be nearly as epic, but I think what we can do is just bring everybody in. I'm going to put Vivian in the center because she has the javelin. And then everybody else can line the fence like really close to it so they can like hopefully stab the creatures through it before they tear the fence down. That said, I gotta keep an eye on Kin because I'm gonna have to have him retreat backwards as he fights. All right, time to retreat, my friend. Oh no, it's not dead. Oh right, those explode. Oh, that was a poor choice. I definitely just injured him. Let's see how we're doing here. Superficial bites. Okay, blast wound. Yeah, that's not great. Let's get him inside here. What is happening here? Why is he outside? I only have one gun, guys. You just saw me set up my crafting bench to make the crossbows, so really, this is what we're working with. Yes, it worked. That was it. Like they're all dead now, but like now we know because he just sliced and diced that sucker right there. We know that that fence, that plan, that strategy is gonna work, at least for like smaller attacks. I do have to heal Ken though, because he got blasted really hard. I'd rather he healed himself. Yeah, she has a 2. He has, oh, he's only at a 3. That's the difference. Maybe he should wait for treatments. Because it's pretty much going to level out, I think. Between him having a 3 and healing himself, there's going to be a little bit of degradation because he's doing his own self-healing. And her having a 2, they're pretty much meeting in the middle, I think, at that point. So might as well let her do it and level up. Why is this, like, why is there a cutaway right here? Where's the rest of it? Why am I seeing it like that? That makes no sense. Is there no wall? There has to be a wall here that's like being super glitchy or something. We found an ore deposit, that's right. Mine the ores. So we'll do that. Okay, so we'll mine the silicone as well. We have to go. Like, we have to go. This is why I don't want to use fuel for a generator, because I really need it for those balloons. So, first things first, we're gonna save game right here where it is. And then, I guess let's turn around. That house is bothering me so much. He's still healing though. I think I'm gonna send Jack. He's not even armed. Okay, we're gonna send Vivian first and see what happens, because I've got Ken still healing, so. This is killing me. Why is the roof not showing up? Let's build. Let's build a roof. Let's see what happens. Why is there no stone roof here? Overlapping roof. Why can't I see the roof? There she goes. Vivian off to the rescue. Wouldn't be so bad if they just went up and then it told you your results, but you can like spend a whole day, you know, playing through with your other characters, and then the result comes in and you have to reset and redo that day. It's Groundhog's Day, like again and again. The longer it takes you to have a successful rescue. Oh no, we're at insufficient storage. Okay, well, we're gonna start moving these indoors. I know we need to replace them with like actual beds, but for right this second, we're just gonna move them inside. Well, that was quick. Detected one of the ship's data storage devices. These small modules contain bits of the ship's memory, flight log, crew profile. Okay. Okay, so we got a breakthrough, which isn't bad, but I still feel like there's a possible scenario that if we rerun it, we could get another person. So I'm gonna risk tossing out that outcome to reboot. Ken, how are you looking, friend? How's that healing going? Bite treated, movement reduced by 5%. That's not terrible. Mild pain at 2%. I think it's okay to try and send Ken. Hopefully it's not too soon. It's like these little, I think these like run different scenarios maybe. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? If you know, let me know why this is divided up into like 3 different parts. So I wonder if this is like running 3 different scenarios, if like you go at a different time? Because these do like reduce. Like, does anybody know why we have these 3 dash marks here? We're gonna try. We're gonna send Ken. If we're gonna like get the same result as Vivian, then I think for the next run through, I'll wait longer and then send them when there's only 2 dash marks and see what the results are there. And for the record, when I got Rita in the last playthrough at the very, very end, after running the scenario like 10 times, I did wait. It did yield a different result, and I don't know if that was just like random and it would have happened either way, or if it was a matter of going at the right time, so I'm not sure. As soon as we get the refrigerators researched as well, like even if they're not powered, they still make for great storage. So I'll be able to like put one of these inside, start storing food in there, and then that'll free up some space outside as well. How are we doing food-wise? Because I haven't done any gardening so far. We're like literally just harvesting all the wild grown resources because there're just so many. Like there isn't a need to farm yet. Hopefully I don't wait till the last minute and then end up like starving my people out. But right now there really is just truly an abundance all around us. That was a bust. Too late, a mangled body lies twisted on the ground not far off from the crash site. It looks like they got attacked by something. So let's load game. This time we will wait until we've let a little bit more time pass. Maybe we'll get different results. Okay, so all this grain cob out here, really like to harvest it. And then what else were we doing? There was the mushrooms we haven't researched yet. Where did I see those? Because this we do not have in abundance, at least not close by, so it'd be nice to like actually grow that. So I'm going to save here because I've set up all those research queues and I don't want to do that every single time. I think the next thing I want to do is check on the expedition. So it's still 3. I'm gonna wait until we get down to 2 and then send somebody and see what happens. Actually, Vivian has a risk of meltdown. We should give her something to do that she enjoys. She's interested in crafting. So maybe if we do that, it'll help boost her happiness a little bit. Interested in crafting, yeah, we got a plus 18. So maybe that will prevent her from having a meltdown. Actually, I don't think we've had one yet. It is day 13, and I think so far we've completely avoided any meltdowns that I can remember. How much more of a buff do we have on that survivor determination? So we're at 20. It starts at like 50, I think, and then it like just dwindles over time. So we're down to 20, and it says we have 3 days and 14 hours remaining. Jack, I'm gonna put you to work over here just because I would really like to observe these. I know he's trying to clean up around everything that's just being left out and sort of put it away, which is what we really wanted him to do, but I'm being impatient, so I would rather he does the research now. Krista has had enough. She's off to bed. Oh, the beds are still there. I haven't moved them yet. I wonder if it'd be worth just building actual beds at this point. I think we're gonna go with wood. And then what kind of fabrics do we have? We do have synthetics, but if they destroy the bed later, if they're beating it up and then I have to replace it and I don't have synthetic textiles, the bed is useless to me. I think we're gonna go with fabric. But then it matches the carpet. Okay, new plan. We are going to harvest some skin bark. That way, new plan. We're going to observe some skin bark so that we can harvest it so that we can make beds with a renewable resource. All right, so it's like half a bar now. So I gotta wait a little bit longer still. On the plus side, we have a new spear. I know they are. I know. All right, so Vivian's at risk of a meltdown. Chad is at risk of a meltdown, and so is Krista. Also, this stone on stone on stone, I don't love it. Maybe we could do, like, what if we built out, like, just a little, yeah, just like a little patio, right? That could be kind of nice. Come up the stairs, you can go in the door or go out on, like, the covered porch. I feel like I have an opportunity here with Jack and Krista to share a room because they're both getting along pretty well. And that way, if I put Jack and Krista in a room together, then I can put Chad and Rita together because they're family. And then the last 2 rooms can go to, Vivian and Ken, and they won't have to share, which is great. I don't know what I'm gonna do if this stays like this though after I restart. I don't understand why we're not seeing the roof or the wall. There we go. That'll be nice, just to have a little patio. He's scavenging, but he's not coming back with electronics. I'm getting a little concerned at this point that we're not getting any electronics. On the other hand, I think we're really stocking up on food. Yeah, we have so much grain now. We're almost there. Okay, so we've got like 1 little sliver left. Fingers crossed we get the 7th character, because that would just be amazing. Let's see what we can do. We're now in the 2 zone, so I'm gonna send Ken. So there he goes. Gotta put these beds in. Of course, I'm on the hunt for a 7th person, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit a 7th bed without having to move one of these benches. How's this looking? I think it looks nice, nicer than when it lacked curb appeal. Having a little bit of dimension here on the front of the building helps. What's not helping is this cutaway. I don't understand it. I guess we have to run it again. Let's try Vivian this time. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Okay, so I have been playing this on like fast forward for a hot minute so that I could try to get the expedition down to 1, and we're here now. So I'm gonna send Krista. I haven't sent her yet. We'll see what happens. And then we'll see what everybody else is doing. Rita's harvesting cloth blossom. Jack is transporting. Mining. Doesn't want to be mining right now, and that's understandable. No, he's interested in crafting. Let's have him craft. There you go. That'll give him a little bit of a buff. That way he doesn't melt down. Vivian is melting down. What is she destroying? I can't tell if she's beating up the cot or the shelter. I think it's the cot. At least she's beating up her own cot. It says the owner Vivian, so at least she's beating up her own bed. And the rest of them are just like, we don't see this. We're just gonna keep walking. Let it happen. More fuel, okay. So whatever it is he's scavenging now, this thing has a ton of fuel in it, apparently, because we've just gotten a lot of fuel out of this. And this one over here just keeps giving us scrap metal. So I don't know if I just gotta find like another one to get electronics from, or maybe it's the research. If we go to research and we work on salvaging, maybe if we salvage some of these, then we'll get electronics. Same results. Not great. That was cool. I didn't know there was like an expedition screen that you could watch. This is awesome! So what is this the balloon view? Am I looking at this from the balloon view? I did not realize this before. This is kind of amazing. Alright, Vivian's starving. We gotta make sure we feed her. Okay. We now have beds, so we're gonna deconstruct all of this. And we're gonna add a fridge for storage. And we're gonna hope that we get a person this time, so I'm not wasting all my efforts to build all this stuff. There we go. And we can destroy this as well. Right, storage space. We freed up the space for a reason. I gotta send Rita up in the balloon way more often. She's not even on like a discovery expedition and she's discovering things. That's good to know. Very cool. Alright, I'll try somebody else for a different result. Hopefully, knock on wood, get a different result. I feel like the only person I haven't sent yet is Chad. Oh yeah, I wanted to assign these. Okay, Rita and Chad already. Ken is supposed to be in his own bed. Here. And we'll change Ken's to Krista. I'm I'm starting to think we're not gonna get a different result from this one, which is a shame. And it's not even like rolling the dice, like giving, like there's not really potentially a person there. Is that what's happening? Okay, so Vivian's having a meltdown right now. I don't know how I missed that before. I guess let's choose who we're sending. So let's do that. And everybody else knows what they're supposed to be doing right now. So I'm gonna let them have their schedule the way it's set up. They can relax right now, taking a walk. All of that should give them those buffs that will make their happiness go up. So I just have to like stop touching the keyboard for a minute and let them have their moment. I am hoping that researching spaceship deconstruction will finally lead to us getting some electronics out of these spaceship debris that's just like littered everywhere. I'm gonna build some more storage because I'm being harassed by notifications that we don't have enough storage. And I suspect as soon as we harvest this, like the cloth and the skin bark, we're gonna get even more of them, so. I'm actually really surprised that I haven't been attacked by these guys yet. I guess maybe they come later, like we're probably gonna get like bipedal or at least land. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say like I think we're gonna probably get attacked by more than just the Scarabee on foot before we end up getting attacked by, I could be wrong, because they're like swarming over here, but these things are a nightmare to fight because you can't wall them out. They just fly right in and it's utter chaos. Moment of truth. No. All right, last one. One more time, just one more. Who do we give this expedition to? I'm gonna give it back to Rita. And there she goes, so fingers crossed, knock on wood. We really need Rita to pull this off. Oh right, we should harvest some of those glitter caps. I keep forgetting to come back in when I reset and add these stockpiles back. Oh, what? I named the flying reptile Bone Crusher after seeing the way it broke and ate the bone of a carcass. It's actually not that scary, it just looks mean and strong, but it's mostly harmless. It acts like a bird of prey, feeding on carcasses and flies away when approached. I really would have rather had that breakthrough that Rita got us with fuel fermentation like 4 expeditions ago, but I kept trying, so we get what we get. No. Alright, well, expedition under attack? That was not the way I saw this going. I think I'm just gonna have to accept I'm not getting that last person. Alright, Rita, this is the last one. Truly this time, this is the last one because I'm actually running out of time today to play this. Which means I need to set up a research queue as well, so that after the fridge is done, study the spaceship deconstruction. Furniture, beds, skin bark, there we go. At least if nobody comes back with Rita this time, we have enough space, like rooms, actual rooms and beds for the people that we do have. So in that sense, I guess we could consider this a win. Take what I can get. Okay, so I guess we're coming back with some cuisine instead, and that is actually going to be a wrap for this video. We did manage to set up our building in its entirety. I think we're just gonna have to feed Vivian because for some reason she's not eating. So again, we have ourselves a home now, which isn't nothing. So I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I think that it's going to make a really nice place for them to stay safe from a toxic ash, from cold snaps and heat waves and all of those things as the game progresses into more and more difficulty. So with all of that in mind, thank you for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me and being here for this playthrough. I've actually been super impressed with the amount of engagement. I didn't expect for this many people to be watching these videos, let alone commenting, so I really do truly thank you. And if you liked this video, please remember to like it with a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, do subscribe, and we'll hang out again next time. All right, bye.